In today's video, I'm going to unbox this oscillating multi-tool, and I'm going to show you how to use it. This is a tool I didn't even know existed until a couple of weeks ago when I was assisting my son with some renos at his house, and a friend of his brought this thing out. Now, I don't get excited about a tool very often, but this thing is great for cutting things in confined spaces. This is not a sponsored video. This one is a unit I just happened to buy. Mastercraft makes it. I got it for roughly $60 Canadian, December of 2020. There are other manufacturers that make this same type of tool. Okay, now I have to confess, this actually is not the first unboxing of this tool. I've actually used it. But I put everything that came with it back in the box just so you know exactly what's there. Obviously, we have the unit itself. It has sanding discs, and it has, I haven't used that one yet. We'll see what that blade does. So basically a bunch of different blades. You can see the teeth on that. There's that I'm assuming is for the sanding discs, obviously. And we've got an adapter, another blade. I took this blade off here. This is the one I used to cut some copper pipe to put a Sharkbite fitting in when we were installing a dishwasher at my son's house. I will put a link below to using Sharkbite fittings. They're great things. And this is, as I said, I'll show you the copper pipe that I cut into that otherwise not having this tool would have been a serious problem. But because this thing is so versatile, not an issue. I forgot to show, the unit also comes with a handy little instruction booklet. I'm over here on page 14. This is the page that describes the different blades, like this, and what you can cut with them. This is the blade I used to cut the copper plumbing pipe. You can see here it's called a flush cut blade. Under materials it says what you can cut with it: wood, plastic, drywall, or soft metals. Copper is a soft metal, so that's what I used for it. I'm going to install the flush cut blade now. I'm going to show you how to put that one on, and we can see here the materials I can cut: wood, plastic, drywall, and I'm going to cut drywall with it. To insert our cutting blade, we loosen off this flange bolt with the hex key that they provide with the unit. It was already loosened because, as I said, I've used the tool before, and I'm just going to draw attention to our instruction booklet over here for a second. It shows all the angles that we can put the blades to, which is another great feature I love about this thing. So over here, all the different angles you can connect this thing. I'm going to put ours at 0 degrees, like this diagram here. In other words, pointing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with 90 degrees. So, what you do is you take your bolt like that, and our cutting blade. Now here on the tool, we can see these grooves here that are made to line up with our cutting blade. We said we're going to go 90 degrees. So you put that on like that, and then put our bolt in place. So, our on off for the unit is here. Push this button ahead. And down here, this is our speed control. I'm going to remove this blade just for illustration purposes and connect the sanding pad up. Same deal. Oop. Hit the camera. But this will be the blade I'll be using later when we cut gyprock. I'll reinstall it. Just going to fast forward through this. I'll get my YouTube editor person to fast forward through this part, because attaching the sanding blade is the same as attaching a cutting blade. This unit also comes with an adapter for Dremel brand accessories too. I won't be using any of them, but basically, see our adapter there, and it lines up with the 4 slots on the drive shaft of the tool. I mentioned earlier in the video how I had first used this tool to cut a piece into a pipe for to put this Sharkbite fitting in here for the dishwasher. Well, you can see how close these 2 pipes are, and that's when I found out how fantastic this unit was. I have the gyprock blade on it right now, but as I mentioned, I put the other blade on. I cut into the pipe here, into the pipe there, and never touched this pipe at all, and got my Sharkbite fitting in there, which again I will put a link below to using these Sharkbite fittings, which I just think are fantastic also. But you can see that try to use a tube cutter, you'd never get it in there because there's not enough room between those pipes.